Yo, what is going on, guys? R.I.Pierre here using that max power turn on YouTube, and today we got ourselves a UU Suspect test replay of a very quick but good match that I had the other day, or well, was it? It was like 2 days ago, against Shadow Link 1907. I don't know who he is, but it was actually a pretty good battle. You're gonna see, I don't know, it was fast. It was very fast. I'll just say that. For those of you in the tournament, that was supposed to start yesterday. Could you please spread the word about that? We have 6, 7 if you include me, if I decide to join. So we need at least 5 or 6 more. So if you guys could spread the word, that'd be fantastic. For those of you who don't know what it is, the rules and the sign-up sheet will be in the description below. Now we can get into this battle right here. So I'm running a Sticky Web offensive team with setup DD Gator, with Sheer Force Life Orb, of course, and Mega Beedrill as my physical hard hitters, and then we've got Galvantula as my that has my web setter, and Fortress as my rock setter. You're gonna see the Sticky Web is gonna work in a different way this battle. it actually goes according to plan. I almost screwed it up, but it actually goes the way I was. Whatever. So I see he has Absol and Swampert as his potential megas, but Absol is obviously going to be his mega there because no one runs normal Absol unless you're just going to be that guy. But honestly, his team isn't fast enough or diverse enough to deal with the threats that Absol, other than his Crobat maybe. Actually, no, his team could deal with things that threaten Absol, but I don't know. I just pretty much assume that it's a Mega Absol. It's right there. He doesn't have he does have a Defogger in his Crobat, but Magic Bounce plus Defog is actually a very good combination. So that's really all there is to it. So let's go ahead and get into the battle. So what I'm going to do is lead off my Galvantula as usual to get up Sticky Web. So actually, the first thing that I should have known is that his Superior is still around. So one, I didn't notice that until I actually sent it out, and because Crobat's on the other side, even though I am sashed, which means I would be able to get my my Sticky Web up regardless, and he would only have his Crobat to get it off the field. There really is no point to me doing that this turn, so I'm going to go ahead and switch out into my Fortress, who can take any attack, and if he decides to go for Toxic like he did, it would have no effect. So he's going to go ahead and switch out into his Superior, which I'm 100% sure has HP Fire on it. So I'm going to go ahead and go for Stealth Rock here. I'm actually going to go ahead and switch out now into my Florges, as he does predict nicely and go for Leaf Storm. Also, it really doesn't hurt him to go for Leaf Storm because Fortress would have gotten KO'd by the following Hidden Power Fire anyway. So that was pretty much his safest play, and yeah. So his Superior is not +2. It's a little bit threatening, but I'm gonna go ahead and sacrifice my Florges here because there really is no point to me having it around, and it's gonna do a good amount of damage to the point where his time is very limited. As now, as you're gonna see in a second, he's going to go for the Giga Drain and get about 6% back, which does give him another hit of Life Orb because it takes him out of the 30s and into the 40s, and now it's back into the 30s again. So I'm gonna go ahead and Mega Evolve with my Beedrill here and go straight for Protect instead of going for a U-turn. I was actually originally going to go for U-turn because I did not expect him really to attempt to stay in case of U-turn or anything like that, but he is, so I decided to just play it safe and go for Protect. So he's going to go ahead and switch his Superior out into his Crobat again, because that's the one thing he has on his team that 100% switches into Beedrill. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out here with a U-turn and go into my Feraligatr here, thinking I can set up. So he is probably I'm thinking he's going to go for the Toxic here, as he does go for it on my Feraligatr. I'm going to set up a Dragon Dance here. +1 Life Orb, Sheer Force Feraligatr is a force to be reckoned with. I mean, it in general is, but go for Waterfall and take out Crobat. I do not think that mattered. I will check the calculator, but and you'll probably see it at the bottom of the screen if it did matter. So I'm going to go ahead and fire off another Waterfall onto this Swampert, which is physically defensive, which is how he was able to live that so well. Actually, no. I'm going to assume I actually didn't look at the calculation for the damage for this. Judging by how he did 53% with Earthquake to something that's as bulky as Feraligatr is on the physical side, I mean, I don't think it's physically offensive completely, but it's not completely physically defensive. So I probably did a little more damage than I thought. I probably did more damage than I probably did less damage than I'm thinking. I don't know. Just ignore me for a second there. So I'm going to go ahead and take out his Swampert. There really is no point to me keeping my Feraligatr around, as there really is nothing else for me to do. Maybe just an Ice Punch on these two, but there really is no point to it. So, I'm going to go ahead and send out my Galvantula here. Now, here's where I have to make the play. Now, well, I don't have to be quite honest. I'm looking at the rest of his team. I don't have to make this play. But I'm looking at my team. I have Beedrill, who's insanely fast left. Fortress is pretty slow, and Serperior, who will get a speed boost if his magic bounces back my Sticky Web. He has no choice but to go for Sucker Punch here as he Mega Evolves. So that actually gives me a spare turn with my Galvantula, which, if he decides to bring in his Serperior, would allow his Serperior to take another turn of Life Orb damage and basically allow me to sacrifice it. Plus, on top of that, he's getting the Stealth Rocks up, and Serperior is the last real threat I have to my team, as yeah, that's really it. Salamence, if it's Scarfed, would have been an issue for my Serp, but regardless, as long as I get some chip damage on his Salamence, I will be okay. So here's where I make the play. I'm going to go ahead and go straight for the Sticky Web as he Mega Evolves, knowing that Magic Bounce is going to bounce it back. He's going to go for the Sucker Punch like I thought, because if he doesn't go for Sucker Punch here, I am going to keep my Focus Sash, and yeah, if he doesn't go for Sucker Punch here, and I go for Bug Buzz, he's going to lose his Absol for absolutely nothing, and I could go ahead and finish the battle with Galvantula. Actually, no, I couldn't finish the battle with Galvantula, but I would still have my Sash left. I could take out his Serperior with my Galvantula later on. I could two-hit his Salamence with Thunder. I also have HP Ice on this Galvantula too, so after Stealth Rock damage, I'm pretty sure an HP Ice would KO, and Florges is dealt with by my Beedrill, so he really had no options but to go for Sucker Punch and hope that I clicked Bug Buzz. But I clicked Sticky Web because Serperior will be getting a +1 boost, and I can deal with the rest of his team with Serp alone. So that was actually very critical for me. And he's going to go for Knock Off this turn, as it's going to knock off my Focus Sash. I actually lived that without the Sash. So the crit there is not going to matter. Absol is actually very frail. So Bug Buzz is going to take care of it. And I'm just going to leave my Galvantula in here to go down. This is what I was talking about with, he was at 32%. So with my Stealth Rocks being up, Serperior is in range where it can only attack 2 more times before being taken down by its own Life Orb. That's really all I wanted to accomplish there. So I'm going to go into my Fortress here. Fireproof, the irony. I almost fucked up here. Now, I actually click, because naturally when I see hazards on my side of the field, I click Rapid Spin, and I was lagging a little bit, so I was like, oh, by the time I had switched and everything to Gyro Ball just to make sure I didn't click Rapid Spin, it was too late. But fortunately, fortunately his Life Orb does take him out, and that's great for me. He can't switch out anyway, so I mean, it really didn't matter at that point. Forget it, I just noticed that name. So he's gonna take me out with the Moonblast. I mean, I really don't care at this point, as I've pretty much sealed the victory. I'm gonna go ahead and go into my Beedrill here, as even at -1 I am going to outspeed this Florges because how insanely fast I am. So I'm gonna go for a Poison Jab and take it out. Now his Salamence is gonna come in. This is really like where I was a little bit frightened, not too much, but or well, actually no, where I would have been frightened had I not gotten the Sticky Web on my side of the field. Now I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure this is going to be a Scarf Salamence, and he's gonna go for Flamethrower on my Beedrill. Now, what people forget is that Beedrill has base 80 special defense, and not a completely terrible, it's a bad HP stat, but not completely useless, I'll say. And it lives that pretty darn well. It lives it with 13% left, which means that if Beedrill, who has less HP and less special defense than Serperior, would lift that Flamethrower, Serperior would have lived it anyway, even if it was Scarfed, although a crit would still hurt me quite a bit, and I don't have any form of priority, which is why it was all the more crucial for the Sticky Web to be on my side of the field to allow Serperior to outspeed this Salamence. So I'm going to go ahead and just sacrifice my Beedrill here and send out my Serp, and at +1 speed I will outspeed the Salamence, Scarfed or not, and Dragon Pulse will KO it, and that will be the battle. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little replay here, a little unorthodox method here, getting the Sticky Web on using the Sticky Web to my advantage by putting it on my side of the field here. Serperior needs to go. I'll just say that right now. It needs to go back to BL. Actually, no, I won't say it needs to go. I feel like it would be beneficial to the game, to the UU metagame if it did. It's just, its sweeping power is magnificent. I mean, you clear like 2 threats off the opponent's team. You set up a Leaf Storm or a substitute plus Leaf Storm, and it's just absolute devastation. So, yeah, that's it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this replay. Don't forget to join the tournament if you are interested. Remember, the rules and sign-up sheet will be in the description below. Also, I think that's it. Leave a like if you enjoyed hearing the sound of my voice for the past 10 minutes or so, 10.5 minutes. And, yeah. Leave a like on your way out. Comment on the video or anything like that. What do you want to, like, did you think it was cool? Did you like my method? Etc, etc, etc. So, yeah, that's going to be it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Once again, as I said it like 12 times already. And until we meet again, alright, peace out. Later.